evening, folks. How you doing? It's Mag here, also known as Middle-Aged Gamer Guy. Welcome to another Tuesday night gaming chat, where we talk about all the latest gaming news and reviews. And this week, for the last 14 days or so.
Yes. No. Shit.
Rock Muse, thank you very much for the sub.
No. Shit.
And here we go. This is a very special promotion courtesy of Twitch. If you gift a sub or you renew a sub, you get 2 months of Audible free of charge. So Rock Muse, you've just got that. That was 6 months, and you subscribe for 10 months. And Bondi coming in with the 5 gifted subs, so you get 2 months of Audible as well. That's going to Jeff, Nathan Metcalf, Wolf Nep, Game Matter, and Lee Kim. Plus, you get the pants badge. Yes, you do. That means we've also got a hype train because you two are awesome. Thank you so much. What a way to kick off a show. You're already at a hype train, which means Rock Muse and Bondi will get some new emotes. So choo-choo, motherfuckers. Firstly, Kindred. He was the first one here. Good evening. Rock Muse was the second one here. How you doing? Bondi here with those 5 gifted subs. Thank you very much. Brian, good evening. He says, I'm sure I saw someone who looked like Mag dressed as a cow in Liverpool last week. Very true. In fact, it would have been this time last week in 20 minutes time. There you go. Danka, good evening. Ducky Boots says, good evening. Lovely peeps. How you doing, Ducky Boots? Good to see you. Phantom, happy birthday. It's Phantom's birthday. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Tally Marfan says, I'm here. I've been watching Celebrity Haunted on my telly. My fave dancer from Strictly Come Dancing are on there. So just tell Nat if you need me. Sorry, I haven't been here for a while. Don't worry. I appreciate you being here. Thank you, Ducky Boots. Lovely to have you here. Rock Muse. Good to have you here as well. Flame, good evening. Currently bowling, so I might not hear you. Get a strike then. Bondi says, I was still driving with Amy this time last week. Yeah, because you turned up quite low. Tally Marfan says, you know me, you've met me. I'm trying to see the picture. Yes, I can see you. I know I've met you. Stalking my TikTok, haven't you? I think you added me on TikTok. But lovely to have you here. It's good to see you. People saying happy birthday, Phantom. Hannah, hello. How you doing? iQuail, welcome on in. Ems, good evening. Thank you so much. You resubscribe for 1 month at tier 1 sub. That's now 22 months. You also get 2 months of Audible. Bundy said, I turned up at 10 past 10. Wasn't bad leaving 5:30 from Portsmouth. You did well. Rock News says, hi, Talia. You're the lovely Joe Joy supporter. Good, thank you. How you doing? Yeah, I'm doing good. We're doing good. We've got to cram 2 weeks of gaming news and gaming reviews into this show. So we have no special guests this week. Good to see you. I like that. Oh, that's me. She's not getting rid of me. I love that. I think that's great. That's great. Well, it looks like we've now adopted you as well, which is fantastic. There you go. Now, obviously, I can't do this show by myself. You may have seen him at Timeless last week, and we'll get his thoughts on it because he was there. Please welcome the co-host who knows the most. It's the one and only Mr. David Jones.
Good evening, mate. How you doing?
I'm all right. How are you?
Not too bad, thank you.
Good. So you were at Timeless. Did anybody see you?
Yeah, a few people spotted me. I did see, I think it was Hannah when I came in and Jesse. I spotted Dave Buckets wandering around the arcade and saw you and of course and Tunes. I think it was Rock Muse who I saw in the cafe at one point as well.
Yes, she did say that she saw you in the cafe. Bondi says, I did. You walked past me. I was engaged at the time. There you go. I caught a glimpse of Dave flying past me at one point, says Brian. Rock Muse says, I was chatting your ears off.
Certainly was. But it was nice to meet you.
There you go. Talimar says, right, I'll be back in an hour. No worries. We'll see you in a bit. We'll be here. Hannah says, so lovely to see you, Dave. So greatly appreciate it. Doggy Boots says, I have been having issues with my knee, but getting on the mend, getting a procedure at the end of the month, been losing weight. I've lost 1 stone, 7 pounds so far. It's positive steps. Well, congratulations. And I hope it all goes well. please do keep us up to date with how you're doing. And it's lovely to have you back. So it's good to see you. Thank you, Ducky Boots. So I hope it all goes well. Hannah says, I think I said to Dave, you have legs before even saying hello.
She did. She's correct. I have got legs.
Yes, there you go.
An astute observation.
It was weird seeing you out of your basement, Dave.
It was nice to get out, get some fresh air.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know whether you call Liverpool fresh air, but, you know.
Well, fresh in the basement.
Yeah, fresher than basement. True. Now, you've not, obviously, you didn't make it last year. So, first time, obviously, I think it's your third or fourth time coming to Timeless. But,
yeah.
First time at Liverpool. What were your thoughts?
I thought it was a nice venue. I thought it was better laid out than the arcade club at Bury. Just for like, you know, all your stage and stuff downstairs. Just seemed like, you know, better layout for it. And the problem was at Bury, as I said to you earlier, was when you were trying to watch the main stage, you had all the noise behind you from the machines. It made it quite hard to hear what's going on the main stage. So it was much better not having that sort of additional noise at Liverpool. So, yeah.
Just the noise of the crowd.
Good place. Nice. Yeah. And I say it was a good setup as well, you know, going through the arcade on the floors. You said that was it Bury's got more machines, but this one still seems to have a decent amount, in my opinion, and lots of really cool stuff to play on. So yeah, I thought it was a good place.
It's got some really good stuff. Really good stuff. There's machines that I don't think Arcade Club have, but then they had 3 new machines literally delivered the day before Timeless, so we got first dibs on them. I can't remember what they were, and I didn't get to play them, but hopefully some of you got to play them. But yeah, Rock Muse says the Bury machines are better. I agree, and they got a bigger selection, but it's good. I like the arcade because it's more spacious and it's good. Scars Are Stars, great to see you. Good evening, everyone. Hope you're well. Good to see you. And that hype train is now completed to Ems, Bondi, Rock Muse. You get a load of new emotes. Feel free to show them off in the chat. And also, as I said, all 3 of you get 2 months of Audible absolutely free, courtesy of Twitch, because that's a thing that they're doing, apparently. We only found out yesterday. No bomb jack cabinet this year. I was very upset. Did they have that last year, Brian, then? So did they change it out? So they probably do change their machines out more. I think with Arcade Club, they just keep adding more stuff and not actually replacing stuff. But, yeah. So, but there you go. Anyway, well, it was nice to have you there, even though I only got to speak to you for 30 seconds, Dave. So,
well, you were busy, mate. No worries at all.
Busy. Kindred says, I didn't see Dave. Brian says, I have a video of me playing last year. Well, maybe they swapped them out then. Good. I like a bit of Bomb Jack. Good fun. I like that. I've not played that in donkeys. Never mind. We will see. Atmosphere makes the venue. Love it. Yeah, I love it. Also, I like the fact that probably people didn't notice this. Some people might have. On the VIP night, it was all lit purple in the ceiling. And then during the main day of the event, it was all lit white. And then when we did Wi-Fi Wars, because it was red team versus blue team, half of the room was red and half of it was blue. And I like that.
Oh,
this is really cool. If anyone noticed that, tell me. But we did that deliberately, and hopefully some people noticed. But who knows? It's those little touches that no one gives a shit about. But there you go. Anyway, we've got quite a bit of a show. So as we mentioned, we don't have a guest this week. And there's a reason, because obviously we didn't do a show last week. Hannah says, yes, I noticed. I loved it. I was a few rums in that point to notice. That's fair, Bondi. But we are going to do something a little bit different for this show. Pretty much some of it's going to keep the usual format, but you'll see how it's going to be. We are going to cover 8 main games from the last 2 weeks. We're also going to go and mention 8 other games, but we're not going to get you to guess the scores. We're literally just going to give you the information, tell you, and if you seem interested, you can find out a bit about them. We're going to recap a load of news stories. There was a load of stuff about GTA 6. So there's 3 news stories with that. So that's all going to be combined in one thing. And 4 other news stories. And then we're going to have a look at the last 3 weeks of the UK retail chart, because it is really interesting how last time we did PlayStation charts. So we're going to have a look at the last time we did a stream with that. Then last week's, and literally the chart as of yesterday. It's so bizarre what's happened with the UK charts. So there you go. So we're going to crack on with the show. I'm going to hit that button. We are going to cover such games of Beasts of Reincarnation, Big Walk, Marvel Token Fighting Souls, Hell Let Loose Vietnam, and the new DLC from Mafia, the old country called Man of Honor. plus a ton of other stuff. So we're going to get straight into it with our first main game. And this was a game I got to play a little bit of last night on stream. This came out on Tuesday, the 4th of August. It's on PS5, Xbox Series X and S, PC, and is on Game Pass Ultimate. This is made by the people who make Pokemon. This is Beast of Reincarnation. Let's have a look at the trailer for this.
はるか昔、この国に巨大な獣が出現した。獣はいつからか輪廻の獣と呼ばれるようになった。だがこたびお前に目をつけた。同じ腐食体に哀れみもなく心も痛まぬのだろう。
哀れみって？
There you go. Good evening, Big Fuzzy Panda. I hope you're well. So that is Beast of Reincarnation. As I say, it came out on free on Game Pass Ultimate and PC, and Kindred has put the prices up. It's 45 quid on Steam, 50 quid on Xbox, 50 quid on PlayStation. It's cheapest on Steam unless you've got Game Pass Ultimate or PC. So there you go. So something a bit different from the people that bring us Pokemon games, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. They've seem to up their game, especially graphics-wise, because this looks way better graphically than any of the Pokemon games I've done in recent years. Quite how much this is like Game Freak themselves, whether they've perhaps like outsourced some of this to like other developers who perhaps know what they're doing. I think people are a bit unsure about that. But what they've come out with here is a new action RPG. So this one's set, I think, like years and years in the future.
Yeah.
Where it's post-apocalyptic setting, and it seems that there's some sort of blight that's affecting, I guess, like the plant life and stuff like that. That your character Emma, who I think is a bit of an outcast, has to investigate with the help of this blighted dog that she's befriended called Ku, and you get to use his skills in combat. I think it's a little bit like in the more recent Final Fantasy VII remakes, where you can sort of pause time to select what you want. Actions you want the dog to do. So whilst you've got the sort of real-time combat with Emma, you can just quickly slow time down, just pick what you want the dog character to do in combat. So you've got all that sort of usual stuff, and so it's an RPG, so plenty of ability points and stuff to unlock, I'm sure, to unlock new skills for your character. Usually the standard stuff we get in these, but it certainly looks a lot more interesting than Game Freak's usual stuff, in my opinion. I think the only thing I've seen a few of the reviewers that I tend to look at who've commented on this is that it does feel like it's been stretched a bit longer than it probably should be.
Okay.
You do get quite a bit of repetition later on with some of the same bosses coming back for further fights. A lot of the same enemies. So it might depend on the player. Some people might not notice that, might thoroughly enjoy it, but the reviewers I tend to look at all say that probably could have been half the length to avoid the repetition setting in for them. So I don't know. I think it looks okay. At least it's free on Game Pass Ultimate and on PC Game Pass as well if you've got those.
Yeah.
But it's not too expensive either way compared to a lot of other stuff.
Yeah, compared to some of. They run away a lot of the times, and sometimes you have to fight them 3 or 4 times. So the way I would describe this with first impressions, and I will give a bit more of a try of this because I think I only kind of scraped the surface when I was playing it last night, is it's a Dark Souls-like game with the combat.
Mhm.
But the combat is more forgiving, I think, which is good because so it's not rock hard Souls. It feels a little bit more easy. So for anyone who's not a fan of those games, you might prefer this. But then the bit with the dog feels like Expedition 33 because you do the things and you have to time the attacks. So that's got that element to it. But then it does feel very Monster Hunter-ish, as Kindred said, because you attack these monsters and then they run away and you have to go hunt them down. So it almost feels like they're trying to get 3 games and squish it into one, which may work for some, may not. So we'll see. First impressions, it seemed all right. I'm not a big fan of those genres, but it seemed all right. It looked good. But yeah, it was okay. Like, you know, I wouldn't normally jump on that, but it seemed all right. Hello, Emily. Good evening. Just arrived on a bit about a dog. Whatever it is, I'm in, I guess. This is Beats of Reincarnation, where you have a giant dog / wolf as a friend that helps you attack the nasty enemies. So there you go. I hope you're well. Thank you again for everything you did, John and Cheney at Timeless for Console Wars. Greatly appreciate it. So if you've not seen the show, this is where we get you to guess the scores. If you're wondering why people are putting numbers in the chat, this is one of the games you can guess the scores on. And you can have everything from 0 to 10. We don't review the games. We scour the internet. I turn the scores into an average score. And then if you get them right, you get a shout out in the chat. So let's see what people are saying from the start. Big Fuzzy Panda said an 8. Danka says this looks like a 7. Hannah saying a 7.5. Brian said it's no Pacopia, 7 out of 10. Kindred says 7. Rockmew says 8. M says 7.5. Scars R Star saying 7.5. I love how the shower is to clean you, and the wolf, yet the Dolby in Liverpool is only big enough for one leg. True. And we're getting a raid. Joker Girl coming in with a raid. Thank you so much, Joker Girl. Hope you're doing well. Emily says, no worries. Thank you for having us. We had a blast. Not every day you schedule an event during a solar eclipse. I know. That was so good when we all went out for that. There you go. Joker Girl, thank you also for the sub. That's 56 months. Coming to a 7-stream streak. It means you get 2 months of Audible as well. Courtesy of Twitch. There you go. Hope you're well, Joker Girl. You are playing Outlaws. I've not played that in donkey's years. iQuell saying 7.5 for this. Flame saying 8. Any more scores for any more? Dave, what do you reckon this has got?
I'm going to try a 7.
A 7. 2 months of balls. Yes, 2 months of balls, Joker Girl. That's what you've been awarded with. No. Seeing that you're an author, you probably would hate this. 2 months of Audible. Audibles. I like those. There you go. Dave, you're saying a 7.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. This is your last chance, folks. This is Beast of Reincarnation, which came out on Tuesday the 4th for PS5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC. And if there are no more scores in the chat, I can tell you that this got an average of 6.5. So I think a lot of people were kind of going, it's okay. I think some people said it's trying to do too much in one go and therefore doesn't do anything amazingly well.
Mm-hmm.
So it's trying to be Expedition 33, but it's trying to be a Souls-like, but then it's trying to be Monster Hunter. And yeah. And some people said the story is just a bit of a mess. I'll be honest, I wasn't really paying attention. I didn't have a frigging clue what was going on, but I kind of just went with it. I just got tree monsters taking over, stop the tree monster. That's all I gathered from it, but I think there was more to it than that. I don't know if anyone got that right. It is confusing, as no real instructions at the start. I agree. That's okay. My friends are on Audible. I am too. There you go. We can get 2 free months. I am on chapter 3, and I have no idea what's going on. There you go.
Oh dear. Yep. The story doesn't sound good enough then.
No. But it's all right. It seemed all right. So I'd say give it a well. I was enjoying what I played. But
Has he paused for dramatic effect, or has he lost connection? Uh-oh. I think he's lost connection. We'll give him a few minutes, see if he can sort himself out. Yeah, you're right, Kindred. We've lost him. Oh, that his batteries are run out. Yeah, I'll probably say you're right, Zoidberg. I've played plenty of games where the story hasn't been massively important to it, and thoroughly enjoyed them. As you could say, like Elden Ring's a good example of that. Perhaps there is a story there if you look deep into all the items and stuff you can pick up, but it doesn't really matter because the gameplay is very, very good. He's definitely had a problem. And I think you could do the couple of quid, Jesse, to get the old meter going again. Yes, very big. You don't usually see me this size on the screen, do you? But oh well, just to put up with me for a few minutes until he can reappear. Hopefully he hasn't got a major problem. Hopefully nothing like when he had a tree take out his broadband a few months back, and he was offline for a good couple of days. Yeah, it is just a day show at the moment. Yeah, anyone else in the chat played Beast of Reincarnation, or was it just Kindred who's been going through it? So I haven't looked at it apart from watching a couple of reviews, and most of those are a little bit iffy on it. Yeah, I did enjoy Timeless. Thank you, Hannah. It was pretty decent. I had a good wander around the arcades, playing a few games there. What did I find when I was wandering around it? I played a bit of the Street Fighters there. I came across Street Fighter 2 and Street Fighter 3, so I blasted those. Did play Michael Jackson's Moonwalker. Unfortunately, though, that one was right in the draft from the aircon, so it was absolutely freezing trying to play that game, so I didn't stick with that one for long. And found a couple of good side scrollers that I hadn't played for a long time. I don't know if anyone else found like the Punisher. That was quite good. And then played a couple of shooters like Jurassic Park and Rambo that were around there. Both of those they were okay. But otherwise, I played a couple of the like consoles and PCs that were around there. There was a Mario Kart 64 set up in one spot, which I'm sure from our rose-tinted glasses looked a lot better than it did on the screen in the place. But it was all right going back to that one. And then I was playing a bit of the original Half-Life on one of the PCs I had set up there, and I hadn't played that in absolutely ages. If I ever go back to that these days, it's always worth going to the Black Mesa remake of that. If anyone's had a look at that, that is very good. But yeah, those are the main things I found. What did everyone else play? Do you want to drop something in chat? Tell me what you were trying out. Honestly, Scars of Stars, you're on Moonwalker as well. Bit cold
Dear
there.
God.
Oh, here he is.
Dear God, I swear.
What happened there? Well, I thought you paused for dramatic effect.
No, internet went again. And do you know what? This keeps happening. It's pissing me off. I'm going to have a word with him. So I haven't had problems for years, and then just knocked me out.
Ah, nightmare. Well, at least you're back.
I know it's only a blip, but there's clearly something gone wrong. So we'll figure it out. Anyway, there you go. You were all talking about Timeless, I take it. So we go.
Yeah. Just going through some of the machines that I found there.
Sweet.
So yeah, just going over a bit of that. We're waiting for you. Glad your broadband's back up and working there.
Yeah, fingers crossed. Hopefully it don't happen again. We'll keep going. We'll keep going. We're gonna swiftly move on. There we go. Oh, my lights have gone weird as well. Why have my lights gone weird? Oh, it's probably because I had to reboot the computer. There you go. That'll do. I'll fix that one in a minute. I forgot they're hooks up to the computer, so of course it would make it go change. Our next game, we'll be playing this tomorrow evening. People put these games in the game slop genre, but we're going to see whether this is classed as that. There you go. That's better. This is a game brought to you by the people who did Untitled Goose Game, and they've done something very, very different. This, folks, is Big Walk. This came out on Tuesday the 4th on PS5, PC, and Switch 2. Let's have a look at the trailer for this.
Hi, hello. We're House House. We made Untitled Goose Game, and we also made this game we're playing right now. It's called Big Walk, and it just came out today. Hooray! It's a place for friends to have a big adventure that's about finding new ways to talk to each other.
We love all the funny little ways that people find to communicate in online games, and wanted to make a whole game out of doing that. So we made these expressive characters, put them in a big open world, and filled it with challenges that get you talking. With your hands, walkie-talkies, body language, fireworks, megaphones, cowbells, or just yelling. No matter if you're playing with one other person or as part of a big group. The focus of the game is always on the people you're playing with, and we think that's a really special feeling.
We've been working on Big Walk for 6 years now, and we still love playing it together. We hope you will too. And now you can, because Big Walk is out now. Have fun. All right, bye.
Bye.
There you go, Big Walk, which came out 2 Tuesdays ago, and is 16 quid on Steam, but you can get it for £14.39 right now. It's £15.49 on PlayStation, but you can get it free on PS Plus because it was one of the games included at the start of the month. So it's free on PS Plus, which is what I'll be playing on it tomorrow. So I'm looking forward to this. Dave, tell us a little bit more about this while I sort my lights out.
No worries, mate. So this is actually a co-op puzzle game set in an open world. The game is set for, I think, between 2 and 12 players at the maximum, and depending on how many players you've got, the puzzles all sort of configure themselves to take account for that number of players. And whilst you could go like a Discord call where you're doing this, the developers have designed it in such a way that you meant to just use the in-game proximity chat as the way to play, so that you're not always in constant communication with everybody. As it alluded to in the trailer, you got like walkie-talkies, hand gestures you can write on signs, stuff like that to communicate with people, because there might be times where your group has to split up to go to the sides of the big map, or times where you're in some groups in like a soundproof booth and can't directly talk to like the other people trying to do the puzzle, and you've got to try and wordlessly get people to do what you want to do. So it's that sort of puzzle game, and I think it looks really good. I have brought a copy of it, but I haven't got around to playing it yet. So I'll probably play that in a couple of weeks' time with my friend who I do co-op with on a Sunday. We're just going through Halo at the moment, but this is next on the list because it just looks really good. I like the graphic design. The characters look quite cool. The open world looks really nice. I just kind of like the idea of it. Just wander through there with a friend, chatting, doing a bit of puzzle solving. Sounds very, very good.
Yeah, I'm going to be playing it tomorrow. I'm very much looking forward to this. I think this can be a lot of fun. Honestly, think this will be a lot of fun. So yeah, I know a number of people have said this. A lot of people. This wouldn't be my kind of thing that would normally bother me, but some of my friends that only really play a handful of games spotted it and asked me to play it, and the three of us have been having really good time with it. It's such good fun.
Awesome.
I luckily got it as cheap as £10 when it launched, courtesy of a bundle discount. So you need some victims, volunteers for tomorrow. Yes, anyone who's up for playing it with us tomorrow, let us know. They remind me of those wooden toys with the elastic. When you press the button, they come apart. Yeah, I remember those. There was like duck ones as well, wasn't there? But yeah, the price is very appealing for this. Let's see what people are saying. Gilfly, good evening. How you doing? Also, a few other people that popped in earlier. Jesse, good evening. I've lost my log because it logged me out, didn't it? But anyone else who's joined us, welcome on in. So let's have a look. Scores-wise, Kindred saying a 9. Skarzar Star saying a 9. Definitely a 9, says Brian. iQuail, a 9. Sentinel Wolf, welcome on in as well. Rock Muse saying an 8.5. Danker saying a 9. Joker saying a 10 for this. So, folks, get your scores in. This is the Big Walk. A fucking 10, says Joker Girl. Flame says an 8.5. Gilfly says, how's it going? It's going very well. I lost all my internet, but we're back on again, so I need to figure out what's going on. I wonder if my hardwire cable's knackered, but it should jump back to the Wi-Fi, but who knows. Hannah says a 9. Dave, what are you saying on this one?
I'm going to try a 9 for this one.
Okay, going for a 9 as well. All right, that's cool. I'm going to just open a piece of software because I realised I'm not going to have any of my alerts because it's just got rid of it. So we'll just do that. Any more for any more? Oh, I'll just boot this piece of software up. Ta-da! Come on. Here it comes. I'd recommend going in blind and starting a game with people that haven't started it yet and won't look up solutions online. That's fine. We're just going to go crazy and just see what happens with it. But there you go. There we go. Right. If there are no more scores in the chat, I can tell you that this got a 9 out of 10 on average.
Awesome.
There you go. So well done, Dave. You got it right. We're going to give you a shout.
Thank you.
But loads of people also got this right. So congratulations to Hannah. Well done to Danka, Iquail, UKG and Zoidberg, Scars Are Stars, Kindred. You all got it right, so you all get a shout out. Circus Digi, hello, how you doing? Good to see you. I still say it's a 10, but they have a typo. So be fair, there were some reviewers that gave it a 10, but more reviewers gave it a 9. So the average worked out more toward in favor of a 9 out of 10. It was close. It could have got up to a 9.5, but it didn't quite make that. But there you go. But there you go. I'm sure that the first one I've ever gotten right. Oh, well, congratulations. You get a shout out. Everyone who gets it right gets a shout out. Now, Dave isn't a streamer, so we need to give him a shout out. How would you like your first shout out?
Oh, let's start with a bit of spinning on your chair, mate.
Yeah, spinning on the chair. We have got new additions that I'm going to add today. I'm not going to lie. If we get that far, we'll unveil them this week. If not, we'll unveil them next week. But here we go. 3, 2, 1. Dave! Don't forget to put exclamation Dave in the chat! There you go.
Very nice.
But there you go. Awesome. So, that was a 9 out of 10. Congratulations to everyone who got it right. Now, going to move on swiftly to 2 other games. Don't bother chasing scores on these because we are not doing them. Okay? Not doing scores on these. We're just telling you what they are. So, hopefully, Kindred is very kindly. I'll let him know what these are in advance. I'm going to bring up a picture for each one of these. We've got 2 we're going to talk about right now. The first one is the new DLC for Pokemon Pocopia, which is Bubbly Basin. That came out on Wednesday the 5th. It's on Switch 2. Kindred says it's 30 quid for the expansion pass for this one. Dave, tell us a little bit about this, and then we're just going to give you a score straight away. No one has to guess scores. Just going to go straight for this.
Oh, well, this is a new expansion for it. So it's adding a new area. You can go to, I think, an underwater area. So it's still just continuing, the main gameplay from the main game. Try and rebuild it, and probably meet a few new Pokemon down there. Not one for me because I didn't have any interest in the main game. I don't think my wife and daughter are that bothered about it either because they got a little bit bored of the main game as well. They played a lot of it and did it all, but they kind of felt like they'd seen and done it all, I think. So whether they will get it at some point, I don't know. But they weren't showing any interest the other day.
I know Hannah is a massive fan. So she says she's waiting for payday for this. I know there's another people. I know Phantom would be. I know she's out bowling for her birthday or whatever, but there's a number of people who love that, so would like that. I can tell you that this got a 9 out of 10 on average for this DLC. A 9 out of 10. So this is done well. So if you are a fan of it, you definitely want to get this. This has been reviewed very, very well. So there you go. So go check that out if you are a fan of that. And our next game also came out on the same day, but this was for PC only. This is called Fields of Mysteria. So this has been in early access, but then got like a bigger release. This is £11.79 on PC. Tell us a bit more about this one, Dave.
Yes, a farming sim. I think it's meant to be a bit of a success to like the type of farm sim RPG you might have played in the late 90s. And the graphical style of it is, trying to evoke games from that period. Again, not one for me, but plenty of people seem to love farm sims, cozy sort of games. So that crowd, I think, will go towards this one.
Yeah. Well, this got an 8.5 out of 10. So again, another high scoring one. Rock Music said I play this one all the time and I love this. So this has been in early access, and then I've been adding stuff in third. But I think this is the official 1.0 release. I know that says 0.4, but that's the only image I could get for it. They're a bit cautious with their images for that one. But yeah, so there you go. Pokemon Pocopia, Bubbly Basin on Switch 2 gets a 9 out of 10, and Fields of Mysteria on PC finally gets its release. 8.5 out of 10 for that one. Let's move on to some gaming news, and this section is all about GTA 6. So if you're not interested like GTA 6, you can switch off for a few minutes. But a couple of things have been announced over the 2 weeks. Firstly, no new trailer is going to be launched for GTA 6 yet, because they are doing a campaign on Netflix. So on August the 27th, they are going to do a deep dive and an extended look on Netflix. Now, people were a bit hacked off that you've got to have a subscription to watch something that's going to be between 30 minutes and an hour, assuming it's that. We don't know. But it's not just on Netflix. This is the thing. Netflix get the exclusive for 6 hours. And then the same documentary will be on YouTube for free. But people are still pissed about that. And I don't know why, because I was like, you can wait fucking 6 hours. Seriously. Good game, Dan. Welcome on in. I'm so scared GTA 6 will flop. We'll see. We'll cover it on this show if it does or it doesn't. So if you want to find out more, August the 27th on Netflix or YouTube 6 hours after that launches. Take-Two have still defended, also literally a day later, based on this information, defended the fact that they are doing a digital-only launch. They basically said that their business is 90% digital, so it doesn't make sense to do a physical from launch, but they've not ruled it out. So you may see a physical version come at some point, but they are more committed to Razzelnik basically said that they're more committed to online version anyway. And on top of that, a few days later, we got the information that the $100 Ultimate Edition of GTA 6 is currently outselling the normal $80 edition. So more people are buying the special edition, which is $20 more. And bearing in mind that the standard edition is $80, which in America is $10 more than most standard games. And people are doing it. People are getting the $100 edition. Now, he did say that it might have sold really well because the hardcore fans have gone out and bought it. So that might change over the course of the next couple of months leading up to it. But people were wondering, because it's coming out in November, will they get a holiday discount? Will there be bargains in Black Friday before it comes out? And Take-Two said no. They said they've never really discounted GTA 5, let alone anything else. So they're not going to discount GTA 6 when it's just about to come out. So that's everything that was announced over the 2 weeks for GTA 6. We still wait to see if it's going to come out on time. But I'm sure if they're doing a Netflix documentary about it, I'm sure it's going to be happening. So there you go. Any thoughts on any of that, Dave?
Just it was kind of interesting that they were deciding to do this next marketing thing on Netflix instead of just like putting it out on YouTube. I mean, it's only a 6 hour delay, and I bet there'll be some people who try to upload a version of it sooner rather than later onto YouTube and probably get a copyright strike against them. But they'll probably try and get it out there for people to see whilst they're waiting for it to pop on YouTube. But I'm kind of hoping that they show us some proper gameplay. Because I think there might have been like snippets of gameplay in the last couple of trailers, but the sort of blink and you miss it bit. So it's hard to really gauge quite what it's going to be like. I mean, I'm sure it'll probably play the same way all the previous games have played, because that's kind of what we like with those games. So why change a winning formula? But it'd be nice to just see a bit more about how it looks and exactly what it's going to be like. Maybe show us some of the other activities that they're going to stuff this world full of. Because considering how sort of densely packed it looks graphics wise, all the detail and characters are in there, I can only imagine how much extra activities are going to shove in there to just occupy your time. So looking forward to seeing more information about it.
I mean, Strazelnik, when he said he defended the $80 price tag, he said this game is you're going to get your money's worth. So you probably is going to chuck a lot of stuff in for that $80. So we shall see. It's mostly cosmetics and vehicles, I think, with the upgrade. It is, but more people are buying it.
Yeah,
but there you go.
Certainly seem to. I mean, look at Forza 6. Loads of people brought the upgrade pack for that, so they could play a few days early.
Yeah,
sold ridiculously well.
Yeah, so you never know. We'll see what
people
happens.
Will spend the money.
Yeah, God, oh, to be rich. But there you go. Let's move on to our next main game. This is one I know that iQuail was very excited for. This did feature in our top 50 games to look out for in 2026. This came out on Thursday, the 6th of August. It's on PS5 and PC. And this is Marvel Token Fighting Souls. Let's have a look at the trailer for this.
I am itching for a fight. For Earth's sake, I hope you don't disappoint.
The Earth is not a toy for you to play with.
Say your prayers! Doom is no one's entertainment.
Let's finish this quick. I've taken down more tyrants than I can count. You're next, champion.
You thought you could fight me? Meet your doom!
Wait! Few have withstood my fury. The screen's getting crowded. Wade, you are hopeless.
That should finally shut you up.
Fighters, assemble! The challenge of the champions begins!
Behold, Earth's true power.
Let me at them, Storm.
Try and keep up.
Is that all?
About time. Front page of the Bugle, here I come. Maybe this time it'll be a good story.
So, we have a series of knockouts. And the winner gets a crack at the big guy.
I have never lost before. And I am not about to start now.
For the glory of Wakanda! On it! Initiating attack.
Okay, save the world time. You got this. Oh, we're cooking now.
Let's show him something special.
I will not have my title stolen by mere mortals.
Finding me to this contest was a big mistake.
There you go. Marvel Token Fighting Souls, which is on PC and PS5 and both 60 quid. So there you go right now. So there you go. That is that. Thank you, Kindred. Tell us a bit more about this, because this seems like a pretty good, solid fighter, this one. If you like those.
It certainly looks pretty good. It's a 4v4 tag team fighter. So you'll pick 4 characters. I think there are some preset groups, but which I think you sort of go with those preset groups more in the story mode. Whereas I think if you do like the online or arcade type play, you can probably mix and match who you want in those modes. But you've got to pick 4 characters to take into the battle, and you'll just switch between them. So there's probably quite a bit of depth you can probably find in the fighting for this, trying to learn which characters probably gel best with your style of play. Because you might say you want to pick someone like Spider-Man who can get in nice and quick, but then you might want to switch to someone like Blade who can do some pretty decent combo moves to finish off and do a decent bit of damage. So you want to be looking for things like that. So a character like Blade, you might not be able to get in very quickly. So that's where say Spider-Man might come in, who's a quick moving character. So I think there's quite a lot of depth to probably work out who's the best team for your fighting style to do the most damage. And I think that sort of stuff is probably going to appeal to quite a lot of the fighting game fans, because a lot to learn. You can learn the moves for one character, but ultimately you probably want to learn 4 to get the most out of the game, trying to get yourself up the ranks and do well in all the online fighting, because I think that's probably where this is going to ultimately hopefully live on for quite a while in the online modes. And as Kindred is mentioning at the moment, PlayStation 5 is currently the best place to play it on, because when it launched, the PC had quite a lot of issues, apparently a lot of performance issues. There has been a patch, I think, that has improved that quite a bit. But for anyone who's interested in playing it on PC, it's probably worth keeping an eye on user reviews for like the next week or so, just to see what people are saying, if it is improving things on there before you dive in on the PC. Because it has marred the experience a bit. I think the PC reviews were a bit low from the users on Steam. Marked down. I think it's moved up to like mixed at the moment.
Okay.
Which still ain't good, but it's showing some improvements. But it seems like the devs are on the case. It's just a shame they released it in the state it's in on the PC, because it was in that state in the beta as well, apparently. So they had a bit of time to try and improve it, but unfortunately they clearly didn't. So if you want to get in and play it the best way at the minute, it's got to be PS5. So yeah, looks like a pretty decent fighter. The one thing I do like about this game makes it stand out. I do love the character designs.
Yeah.
It's like, taking the classic Marvel characters but put a bit of Japanese anime stylings to them, and it looks really good. So it's definitely a good looking fighting game, and from all sounds of it, apart from PC performance, it is a good fighting game to play.
Yeah, it stands out. It really does. It does look really good. I don't know whether I'll get a chance to play this or not, but
no, I might not get around to it. There's too much coming out at the moment. This month, next month is just ridiculous.
I know.
Everything coming out before GTA 6 comes out. Crazy.
Yeah. Right, well, let's see what people are saying scores-wise. Brian's saying a 9. So obviously this was in our top 50 games to look out for. So Danker's predicted score was number 8, and it was number 23 in our top 50. Icon says, I'm loving this. It's my kind of jam. This is 9 out of 10. Kindred, 8.5. Hannah, 8.5. Lava Bean said, I didn't hear the game. Going to guess an 8. Rockmew saying an 8. Oh, there you go. You only have one shared health bar too, so you don't need to tag if you don't want to. Scars All-Stars saying a 6. Obviously not expecting much from that. Evening Computer Club Matt says, evening Mag. It's a 7.5. I never understood if issues in beta, why not fix them before releasing the PC version? Yeah, it is a bit odd, isn't it?
Yeah, you think they would try to. Maybe a lot of times it's probably down to time. So like that, if they haven't left enough time between the beach and the full release, they just simply might not be able to get to it. It's just a shame because it mars the experience and gives everyone a bad first impression.
Yeah. M7.5, Gilfly an 8. Dave, what say you? What do you reckon this has got?
I'm going to try an 8.5 for this.
Okay, 8.5. Folks, this is your last chance. This is Marvel Token Fighting Souls, which came out on Thursday, the 6th of August on PS5 and PC. And if there are no more scores in chat, I can tell you that this got an 8.5.
Hey.
There you go. Well done, Dave. Yes, you got a second one right. Let's see who else got it right. And well done to them. So, Hannah, well done. You got it right. Kindred, you got it right. I think it was just Kindred and Hannah. So well done.
I think that was it.
Well done to you two for doing that. Dave, previous betas were only on PS5 only. Ah, that's interesting. You think they would have done it on PC, so they've shot themselves in the foot there.
Could have made sense.
Yeah, shot themselves in the foot, but there you go. Dave, how would you like your second shout out?
I'll tell you what, let's see if your knees will crack this time. Kindred's always waiting for that.
Okay, he loves a bit of that, so let's do this. Yeah, let's do this. Okay, here we go. Oh, they didn't. God damn it. Just Dance, that's what it is. All right, in 3, 2, 1, Dave!
Very nice.
If it helped, when I went up on the chair, my hand cracked, but you wouldn't have heard that because I was shouting. So maybe that's a consolation. My hand went click. So maybe that's a new thing. Maybe that's a new thing. I can crack my body like a glow stick. Beautiful. Beautiful. There you go. Exclamation Dave in the chat. Show your appreciation for Dave getting it right. So he is also 2 for 3. We've loosened him up too much. Yeah, I need to do less Just Dance and I'll be all right. Moving on to some snapshot games again. We're going to move on to another game that came out on Thursday, the 6th of August. This is Restory. If it comes up, Restory. Chilled Electronic Repair. This came out on PC. It is normally 15 quid, but you can get it for 13.49. Thank you, Kindred. Tell us a little bit more about this one.
Yes, this is kind of like what you said. It's just a little cozy repair game. Your character's working in a little repair shop. People are going to come in with stories to tell, devices to repair. You get to hear their stories and repair devices that have got sort of slightly different names given to them than what the device is made to look like. So I think, I've seen images like a device that looks like a PSP or a PS Vita. It's just got a slightly legally distinct name. but you're in the game, you get to take it apart and fix it and then put it back together.
Yeah.
So I think that sort of stuff can be quite satisfying. That's quite cool.
Okay. Well, this gets good write-ups as well. This got an 8 out of 10.
Sweet.
Which is really good. So this got an 8 out of 10, which is worth checking out. Kindred said, I've seen some Japanese shops like this online, and they are literally the size of a shoebox. So there you go. 8 plus above, I'll be happy. Well, there you go. It got an 8 Danker, so there you go. And then jumping forward to last week, on Tuesday the 11th, we got the Switch 2 version of Elder Scrolls Online. Oh, sorry, not Elder Scrolls Online. Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion Remastered. So obviously this came out last year for pretty much everything else, but it's come to the Switch 2. It's 50 quid on this. 50 quid. I think pretty much everyone knows about this for last year, but tell us a little bit, Dave, for those who don't know.
Yeah, so it's a remaster version of Oblivion that came out a number of years ago. We saw it. Was it last year? Wasn't it?
Yeah,
I think on PC and all the main consoles, and it was a pretty decent looking remake. It was the original game, but with Unreal Engine 5 run over the top, so you get the nice fancy graphics of that. If I recall, it was generally pretty well received, apart from like some performance issues were highlighted, which I think they've put a lot of work into those to get it working on the Switch 2. So it's the same version in all its glory on the Switch 2. I think it's meant to look pretty decent. But I think the next hope is that all those improvements they've done to get the performance on the Switch 2, they can port those back to the previous versions, try and improve those as well. So hopefully we'll see a patch for all those soon. But for anyone looking to play this game, out on the go, Switch 2 is really a good place to play it. It should look pretty decent on there.
Well, this did rather well, and it got good reviews because this also got an 8 out of 10 on average. So if you haven't got it on already and you got a Switch 2, might give this worth a whirl, because it seems like this might be in a better state than the console version was when it started. So there you go. That is a number of games there. Let's remove that one. Is it going to remove? Yeah, there you go. Get rid of those slides. There we go. So yeah, there's another 2 games that have fared very well. But moving on to something else. Now, this is an odd one. This is our next main game. This came out on Tuesday 11th on PC. I remember playing the demo for this nearly 4 years ago when they announced it. And I'll be honest, I'd forgotten about this. But it's obviously a homage to the good old days of GoldenEye. And it's kind of finally come out, but with no real fanfare, which I think is a shame. This is on PC. As I say, came out Tuesday last week. And this is Agent 64, Spies Never Die. So yeah, this was announced like years ago. I remember when it announced it. I think it was on like something like the Future Game Show. I think it was the one when it was still technically E3. The demo came out. I played the demo years ago and then didn't know what was going on with this game. But now it's finally out. But there's been no fanfare about this. So when it came up on my list, I was like, "Oh, blooming heck, it's out!" I didn't know, but I enjoyed the demo. Dave, tell us a little bit more about this one.
Yes, this one is totally going for nostalgia. So if you remember, like Rare's classic GoldenEye and Perfect Dark on the N64, this is just aping that really. It's keeping the same sort of visual style, same sort of look for the characters, the low poly models, the sort of face just sort of wrapped around, and it just hits all the nostalgia points. I would say I like the look of it. I think the shooting looks pretty good. And it's even got like all-star multiplayer in there as well, which I think can be local or online.
Yeah,
and it's keeping similar types of game modes that you used to have in GoldenEye, the old deathmatch, capture the zone, stuff like that. And it looks like you can tweak it, play the old sort of slappers only mode that you could do in GoldenEye. I remember Oddjob was the classic character to pick for
Yes.
that particular mode. You could always win with him. Don't know if they got like a little character in this one, but if they haven't, I'm sure someone will soon mod one in on the PC for it. But yeah, it is a total nostalgia hit, this one. Yeah, and that's what sort of appealed to me about it. So I'll probably get this at some point once I play some of the current stuff I'm trying to get through, because it does look really, really cool.
As Kindred said, the best comment on Steam was, finally a game that will take PC graphics to the edge.
Totally. It'll melt your 59.
Yeah, 20 years ago, maybe. There you go. Let's see what people are saying scores-wise. Oh, I forgot to say as well. It's normally £19.64. It's currently £17.47, so not too bad. Not too bad for that. There you go. So, Brian saying 7 out of 10. Danker saying 7 out of 10. Brian said was never a big fan of GoldenEye. I'll get my coat. I enjoyed GoldenEye.
I loved it.
7 out of 10. Kindred. Matt says love it. 8.5. Hannah 7.5. Rock News 6.5. M 7.5. Flame 8. Gilfly 7. Anyone for it anymore? Get your scores in now to get a shout out in the chat. Dave, what say you on this one?
I will try a 7.5.
7.5 for this one. Okay, folks, if there are no more scores, this is Agent 64. And we're getting a raid. Hold that for our second raid of the evening. Ghostly Tuna, how you doing, buddy? Welcome on in. Good to see you. Welcome, everyone. This is Tuesday Night Gaming Chat. We're talking about all the new games from the last 2 weeks, because obviously we did Timeless last week, so there was no show. Thank you so much, Rainus. If you're not following Ghostly Tuna, click that little heart that's appeared at the top of the stream. Yeah. So, I can tell you, folks, if there are no more scores for this game, and for those who just joined us in the raid, this is Agent 64 Spies Never Die, which is basically a GoldenEye-esque game. This got 7 out of 10.
Not bad.
So it's good. If you like that sort of thing, go for it. Go try it out. How's things? What new games been happening? Well, so far, we've talked about Beast of Reincarnation, Big Walk, the Pokemon Pokepedia DLC, Fields of Mysteria, Marvel Token Fighting Souls, Restory, Chill Electrician Repair, Elder Scrolls 4, Oblivion Remastered on Switch 2, and we've just talked about Agent 64, Spies Never Die. And we've got 8 more games because we're covering 2 weeks of games. So there you go. Welcome on in. I really need to get into Big Walk. I am playing it tomorrow on stream, so I'm looking forward to that. There you go. So there you go. People who got this right. Let's scroll up. Gilfly, congratulations. You got it right. Kindred, you got it right. Dank, you got it right. Brian, you got it right. I think that means Danker is... Kindred is now in the lead. He is now in the lead 3 for 4, I believe. I don't think anyone else is 3 for 4. So there you go. There you go. Let's move on to some more gaming news. 2 stories for you. So at the end of this month, we get a brand new Alien game. We get Aliens Fireteam Elite 2. However, fans of the original Aliens Fireteam on Switch are not so happy, especially if they've got the cloud version, because Nintendo have closed the cloud version down. Now, some people are a bit in uproar, but it's not like they didn't have a lot advance notice, because they did warn them nearly 12 months in a notice that they were closing this down. This is 3 years after the game launched, but this is the cloud version only. And people are wanting refunds. And Nintendo basically said, you're not getting refunds. We gave you 12 months notice. Therefore, it's gone. And what that means is you cannot play it if you've only got the cloud version. You cannot play it at all. It's gone. And this isn't the first time they've done this, because Nintendo also did this with the Kingdom Hearts saga. So if you've got the cloud-only version of Kingdom Hearts, you can't play that owner because they've shut that. The only thing I will say, with that, they did offer a discount if you wanted to buy the physical or proper internet version of that. So they offered a discount for you to buy it, which is good. But with Aliens Fireteam Elite, it's gone. It's dead. You get nada. Zip. Now, good day, sir. That's the first story. Second story. Asha Sharma, CEO of Xbox, has stated on Twitter that she has played Elder Scrolls 6. She got a hands-on demo, and she is one of the first people to play it 8 years after it was first announced. And she says she's pretty impressed with it. However, when she did the title of it, she stated it is Elder Scrolls 6 and then redacted 8 letters. So obviously people are trying to come up with different names for what it might be. Loads of suggestions, some referring back to the original Elder Scrolls with names and stuff. But people are going out of their minds of what that 8 letters might be. But you need to bear in mind that she might have redacted it with 8 letters. The game title for it might not be 8 letters. There you go. Big Jessie says she's impressed with the game. She's paid to promote. Shock. I know. Yeah, she's paying Bethesda to make that game. She's pretty impressed with it. Means that studio will be closed next. There you go. I believe it's half price for Kingdom Hearts for those that had the cloud version. So there you go. How much was the cloud version versus the digital version? Any comments on either of those stories, Dave?
Well, with the Nintendo one, it's a shame that they're just closing it down, that cloud release, and not giving any sort of refunds, full refunds. I think you can get a discount off the Switch 2 version of Fighting Elite 2, which is coming out soon.
Yes.
I don't know how much of a discount you get, but I suppose at least they're going to give you something. But it's still a bit shitty that there's no way to go back and play a game that you did buy.
Yeah.
So that really isn't good, and does make you sort of definitely wary about the sort of all digital future the platform holders are trying to bring about.
Yeah.
So that does suck. And Scroll 6, good to hear that it's playable, but can't really comment much until we actually see some of it ourselves, because all we've ever seen of it is just that title card reveal about 8 years ago, as you mentioned before. So when we see some proper gameplay, we'll be able to sort of give it more thought in it then. But I just hope it's going to be better than what Starfield turned out to be. I hope they think about the sort of scope for the game and keep it at a reasonable level. Don't try and do one of those stupid things, say it's like 10 times the size of Skyrim, when they're just going to fill it full of procedural generation, which is just going to be meaning it gets samey again like Starfield. I want proper handcrafted, dense world that's interesting to explore with cool stuff to find. So I hope they do a good job with it, but we are still just going to have to wait, a couple of years, I reckon, to see.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. I still don't think we're going to see it for a long time, but there you go.
No, I don't think so.
It is a shame that, the cloud version's gone, but no offense, playing cloud games on the old original Switch was pretty shit anyway.
I think they're all meant to be terrible, weren't they?
Yeah. So I'd avoid against it anyway. So if you're going to get a game, either get it downloaded properly or get a physical version. You're better off, because you just don't know. Technically, when you read the writing, when you buy the cloud version, you're not purchasing the game. You're purchasing a license to be able to stream it until they see fit to close it down.
Oh, yeah.
And sometimes this costs as much as a physical or a download version. You might as well do that. There we go. We are working on a program for players who purchase the cloud version of Aliens Fire Simulator on Switch. It will provide an option to receive a discounted voucher or credit on Aliens Fireteam Elite 2. But you won't know until it's released. Well, you ain't got to wait long, because it literally comes out at the end of this month. So you literally, I think next week, back end of next week, I think, if my dates are correct.
Yes, you're right.
So there you go. So they ain't gonna have to wait very long for that. Hey, so please tell me, are you at the Midland meet? No, I just cancelled today. I was due to be there, and I wish all the team really well, because I know I know Shaky and Crazy very well, and I met the other team member literally at the NVIDIA event a couple of weeks ago. But unfortunately, I've had some work come in for that day, which I'm not allowed to talk about, contracts and things. So unfortunately, I've got to back out of that event. So I won't be there. But we will be announcing. I will be announcing later this week, maybe next week, the next Manchester meetup. I also know Cardiff have got theirs 2 weeks after Midlands meetup. I might go to that, but I'm not sure because, again, I might not be around. Is Mr. Matt there? What, at the Christmas one? As in DJ Matt? I don't think he will be because I believe he's DJing somewhere else. But we are going to do a Christmas party theme. That's all I'll talk about for that. We need to move on because we've got lots to talk about. Now, here's a controversial one. This one, you don't have to guess the scores, but I'm going to do a little backstory because this next game was due to come out on consoles, but the console versions have been cancelled for now. But it did still go for the PC release. And this came out. This came out on the Wednesday, the 12th of August. And I kid you not, was supposed to be at Timeless last week, but they pulled out the event. This is Agefield High, Rock the School. It's normally 25 quid. It's now 22.49. Dave, tell us a little bit about what this is, and then I'm going to explain why it wasn't at Timeless. And if you saw us doing the stream from Radar Festival, me and Dan from Arcade Club had spilled the beans on it, but not everyone has seen this. So Dave, tell us a bit about this.
Yeah, this is meant to be a bit of a, I think, coming of age story at American high school in the 2000s. I think when it was announced, people probably had visions of it being perhaps a bit of a spiritual successor to Rockstar's Bully, where you get to, control a little school kid, get to go to classes, skip classes, get to, mess around, do little missions, try and make friends at the school and stuff like that. But from what I've been reading and what Zoidberg's commented, the reviews of this haven't been particularly glowing.
Yeah.
Pretty brutal from what I've
pretty
seen.
Brutal. It's been so brutal. The average scores for this were 3.5 out of 10.
An easy
3.5 out of 10. I'm going to do this very quickly because anyone who didn't watch our stream live from Radar Festival, this game was supposed to be at Timeless and it was launching at Timeless. They chose us, our event, to launch it. And then they were going to do a tour around the UK. We were going to have a big yellow American school bus parked outside the doors, and people could go on, play the game, win a load of t-shirts and merch, and possibly win copies of the game and get to try it out on the day of release. How frigging cool was that going to be? Except 2 weeks before the event, IGN put out a preview. And the preview basically said this is one of the worst fucking games of the year. And soon as that got announced, they pulled the console version, were considering moving the PC version, but they pulled out of our event. They were supposed to go to Arcade Club the next day. They pulled out of that, and they had 4 other tour dates they were going to do, and they pulled out of all of them. So this game was not at Timeless. And to be honest, after watching the IGN preview, I don't blame them because it did look shit. And I'm going to say that now. This looked fucking awful. So in some ways, it would have been a cool thing to have at Timeless, but we at the Timeless team are actually grateful it didn't happen. So there you go. There's the story on that. Who do I need to fight? You don't need to fight anyone. Yeah, but IGN like Marathon. I know. Wow. Yes. Wow. It would have been good. To be fair, whilst IGN could be full of shit, the preview showed a lot of gameplay and it really was a pile of shit. Okay, cancel my fight. 3.5. Never seen one this low. We have had worse, but I think this is the worst one of the year so far. Moving swiftly on to our next full game. So you get to guess the scores on this next one. Hell Let Loose has been a game that has been very well-renowned for being a realistic World War fighting game. And now it brings the next chapter. On Thursday the 13th last week, it came to PC, PS5 and Xbox. And Hell Let Loose is now in Vietnam. Here's the trailer.
Rated M for mature.
There you go. Hell Let Loose Vietnam, which is 35 quid on Steam and 35 quid on Xbox and PlayStation. Thank you, Kindred. So there you go. Tell us a little bit more about this one, Dave.
Yes, this is a big multiplayer game. I think it's 50v50 battles in this one. I think the sort of feel of this one is trying to go for perhaps had the older Battlefield games used to sort of feel. You're going for a bit more of a sort of not quite full on like simulation, but a bit more of a sort of serious sort of battle feel to it. So the ideal way for this to work is that the players do sort of play to the roles of the characters they're picking. You're going to have someone who's like been a commander who can see like an overall picture of the battlefield and try to guide people around to points of interest. I think perhaps drop artillery and stuff in there, and the other players are going to try and play properly as like a recon, a sniper, tank commander, stuff like that. It wants you to lead into those roles and fully play them to probably get the most out of this.
Yeah.
There's a couple of differences between the different factions. It's US versus Viet Cong. So whilst the US have got helicopters that they can use to get around, the Viet Cong have got their tunnels that they can use to sneak around and try and get the drop on the soldiers. So it's not quite evenly matched. There's a bit of sort of asymmetry in the way it's designed. Visually, it looks pretty good. But from what I've been reading review-wise, it kind of sounds like it perhaps need a little bit more time because it's not fully there from some of the reviews that I've seen. I think you can have a good experience playing it, but it's not up there with something like Battlefield 6 or Call of Duty multiplayer-wise at the moment. Maybe giving it more time, it will be, but I don't think it's not what I would rush to check out because I'm still having fun in Battlefield 6, and that's got more content coming out. It's going to add more to that one, so that's keeping me playing that one. This one is kind of looks okay, and I had a brief look at the previous Hell Let Loose, the World War II set one a while back, and that didn't really grab me. I spent most of the time on the map trying to work out where everyone was and trying to find my way around it. So it didn't really grab me because of that. So I kind of get the idea that this one will probably feel the same.
Yeah.
I don't really like the sort of feel of that. I prefer the more sort of immediacy that you kind of get in Battlefield 6 at the moment. You can just sort of jump into that and you got to know what's going on. It's got reasonable map sizes, whereas I think this is going for the bigger maps where you probably can get lost unless you're playing with a squad and keeping in touch on comms and stuff like that.
I'll be honest, I did try Hell Let Loose. I think I streamed it years ago when it first came out. But it is that thing that you can be spawned miles away and then you run all that way just to get taken down with one shot because it's very realistic.
Yep.
But there we go. Sorry, hello to Big Fuzzy Yak. Big Fuzzy Yak is saying, when the doggos arrive on Friday, I'm doing a 24-hour stream for charity from Saturday night through to Sunday night. Right, so I'm doing 24 hours from 9 p.m. Saturday, Sunday. So the dogs will be here to keep me company, and they'll be on Monday stream, but they will go back home, back to their other home next Tuesday. So they won't be on the talk show next week, but they're with me for a couple of days next week. So at least they hopefully keep me awake while they snooze. If that makes any sense. But there you go. First ever 24-hour stream coming up on Saturday at 9 p.m. Also got something else to announce for Saturday, which I'll talk about in a bit. Let's have a look at the scores for this, though. Let's move on. So Big Fuzzy Yak says 8.5 for Hell Let Loose. Brian says 7.5. I'll never buy it for 35 quid, though. Danker says 7.5. Kindred says 7.5. The PC user reviews have been quite brutal, as Dave has just mentioned. 8.5 from Big Fuzzy Panda. Mr. Trailer, 7.5. Dave Johnson, good evening. Says, hey, Dave, nice to meet you at last, if only brief.
You too.
There you go. Big Fuzzy Hat says, only got to wave to Dave. Didn't even get a photo as proof. Oh, bless. Hope you've got plenty of Monster ready. Yes, and Red Bull and Lucasade. So I've got plenty
of the walls, mate.
We're doing all right. I hope the doggos have snacks too. Yes, they do. We look after the doggos. They have plenty of food. M says an 8 out of 10. Flame says 7. I'll go with Dave's score, says Matt. Well, in which case, Dave, what do you reckon this has got?
Oh, I was going to try a 7 for this one.
Okay, 7 out of 10. I have always have my Monster ready. Let's not go there. Do I need to do my usual spiel tonight? It's up to you. Dave is a hacker with these scores. Is he though? Is
Not
he?
all the time. Not all the time.
Folks, this is Hell Let Loose Vietnam, which came out last Thursday on PC, PS5, Xbox Series X and S. Dave Johnson going for a 7 out of 10. And if there are no more scores for this, I can tell you that on average, this got 8 out of 10.
Oh, better than I was
So
expecting.
even though the PC version hasn't fared so well, the console versions have. So it's got decent reviews. Big Fuzzy Panda's like, damn it. So there you go. I think this has caught a few people out. Ems, well done. You got it right. Big Fuzzy Panda was close, but not quite right. Nobody else got it. Ems, you're the only one. Well done. Well done. Good on you there. Yeah, I think it was the only one. Well done, Ems. Go, go Mojo. Woo! Mojo hype. There you go. Now on to our next game. Again, no scores for this one. We're just going to discuss this one. This came out also on Thursday the 13th. This is called, let me bring this up, Dusk Fade. This came out on PS5, PC, Xbox Series, XS, and Switch 2. Chloe, good evening. How you doing? She's all the way over in Bulgaria. This is 25 quid on Steam, 25 quid on Xbox, and PS5, 25 quid, and Switch, 25 quid. So 25 quid across the board. Tell us a little bit more about this one, Dave.
Yes, this is a 3D action platform, which I've seen quite a few people say is a bit of a spiritual successor to the old Jackson Daxter series.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So I think if you like those, this might be worth a look because it's certainly has got that feel to it.
Yep. This reviewed pretty well as well. This got on average an 8 out of 10. So if you like your Jack and Daxter, then definitely go check this out. It's certainly worth a look. And let's face it. Brian said, I like Dust Fade. I like Dust Fade quite a lot. Very similar to the Ratchet games. There you go. That sounds good there. Branty, good evening. They totally didn't take the image from Tidus storming. That I have no idea what that is. If anyone knows, please do. Oh, I like this, as I love Jack and Daxter in my days. Well, go get it. It got good reviews. So go check it out. Our next full game that you can guess the scores on is this, and this looks like quite funny. Normally, I wouldn't be interested in these sort of games. It's Final Fantasy X. Thank you, Brantley. This came out on Thursday the 13th last week on PS5, Xbox Series XS, Switch 2, and PC. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is Pro Jank Footy.
Footy, footy, footy! I love footy!
I love you too.
What the heck? Oh, what?
Welcome to Pro Jank Footy, the game where you have fun. It's roguelike, lots of stuff happens. It's Aussie rules. This is where the game footage goes. You're gonna love it. So pick up a ball and kick into Pro Jank Footy.
Oh, this game's pretty weird, hey?
So, yeah, if you love Rick and Morty, you might like this because it's very much... I like the bit where it goes, yada, 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 insert the title here. I even like they couldn't be asked to just describe the game in the thing. So I like the look of this. It seems quite fun. This is $12.49 normally on PC, but down to $11.24. Also the same with Xbox, it's down to $11.24. Normally 12 quid on PlayStation, but down to $10.79. So that's cheaper on PlayStation and more expensive on Switch because it's $12.79 down to $11.51. So there you go. Thank you, Kindred, for the prices there. Dave, tell us a little bit more about Pro Jank Footy.
Yeah, it's just a bit of a comedic take on Aussie rules football. Clearly not taking itself seriously at all. I think the sort of main mode of this has got a bit of sort of roguelike sort of style to it because if you score, your opponent then gets to choose like one of three cards, like alter the match and how it goes. Like they might pick a card that puts like bricks in front of the goal. So that your opponent is then going to kick the ball like about 3-5 times at that to destroy the bricks to get into the goal, or it might open up holes, might make the characters massive, might turn them into cards, might do all sorts of stupid things. Might make a little DVD video logo bounce across the screen. It's just not taking itself seriously at all. Whether it's a sort of game that will keep you entertained long term, tricky to say. But it's at least a sort of game that, get a few mates around, probably crack a few beers. You could probably have a good laugh playing this one, I would have thought.
Yeah, that looks good. To be heard, I heard the name Footy, but this looks nuts, so I think people will like this. I think it's something a bit different, and the fact that you get some really stupid things happen, I think it could be quite a good laugh.
More interesting than FIFA, that's for sure.
Yeah, definitely more interesting than FIFA. Can't wait to see what the reviews are like at Gamescom next week when they reveal EA Sports FC 27.
Yawn.
Yeah. Brian says, fun for about 10 minutes, 6 out of 10. Oh, Kindred, 6 out of 10. Danker, 6.5. Oh, God, people are not liking this. 5.5. Personally, a 5, but I'll go 7, says Chloe. Tompa, good evening. Good to see you. 6.5. iQual, 7.5. Jesus. Hannah, 6.5. Matt says a bonkers 7. Dave, what say you? People are not really warming to this. I thought people would.
Yeah, maybe it's down to the look of the game, not appealing to everybody. I will just try a safe 7 for this one.
Safe 7 for this one. Flame also saying a safe 7. Brian says, what I just picked out between my toes is more interesting than FIFA. I mean, anything is.
Yeah.
Me stabbing myself with a pen in the eyeballs is more interesting than FIFA. M, 7 out of 10. Folks, this is your last chance. This is Pro Jank Footy. And that was a terrible accent, which came out last Thursday on PS5, Xbox Series X and S, Switch 2 and PC. And if there are no more scores, this one is going to fuck everyone over because this got an 8 out of 10.
I don't think anyone went that high.
No one said an 8. 8 out of 10. Kindred's like, how? How? I quite said my Australian mate was telling me about this. I've picked it up. It's fun, but it's quite difficult. It looks too dumb. Big Fuzzy Yak says 4. Oh, come on. It's not as bad as that fucking age-filled high game. Come on. Le Gasp. But also, yes, I thought people would like it. I thought people would like it because it's funny. But then again, Rick and Morty is old hat. Let's face it. I haven't even watched the last 2 seasons. I used to be the biggest Rick and Morty fan ever.
I need to catch up on it as well.
I'm so far behind now. And High on Life 2 was a massive disappointment. Even though what's funny is I've seen that in lists of best games of the year so far.
Oh dear.
Really?
There's been plenty of really good stuff. I'm surprised anyone put it in
I
there.
know. I saw it listed. When they got to the halfway point, that popped in a few lists and I was like, fucking hell. Anyway, there you go. Let's move on to some more gaming news. Futurama is better than Rick and Morty. I agree. I think Rick and Morty had its time and they went too fast too soon. They should have stuck with about 2 or 3 seasons. They shouldn't have gone 10. BoJack Horseman got that right, and I love that. And it did the number of seasons just right. I think the only rule I've managed to work out is you need to either be bald or have a mullet. Yeah. Sometimes people are on something. True. We are high on life and other substances. So 2 more news stories for you. Dave liked that one. Christopher Judge, the famous actor, also known for being the voice of Kratos in God of War, has criticised the new God of War TV show, but not how you think. He was at a recent Comic-Con. Also, he was in Stargate SG-1. Yes, he was. And he's not criticising the show itself, which hasn't launched, but we know the main star has been taken out due to an injury. There's now rumours that Dave Bautista is going to replace and play Kratos. Whether that happens or not, we don't know. But Christopher Judge stated that a number of games from Sony could make great films or great TV shows. But why aren't the original people involved, i.e. the writers, the people that directed these games? Because he says, when you're doing things that are a shot-for-shot remake, it makes no sense having all new people do it. And he used the Last of Us TV show, for example. Now, not all of the Last of Us TV show was like for like, but there were certain parts of that. And he said he loved the actors and people in it. He's got nothing against them. But why weren't more people involved? And why weren't the original cast of Last of Us involved? Because they could have done such a good job. And he feels that it's taking people away from the original vision of what that should be. So he's not criticizing it to like, oh, it's going to be shit. He's not saying that. but he's feeling that the people who made the God of War games would do a better job than these other people. Now, you do get these associate producers and things. You did have Neil Druckmann from Naughty Dog kind of involved, but you don't know how much involvement he's had on the Last of Us TV show. So his point of view is there should be more people that are involved in Sony with these things. The other big news is last weekend, it was the big Disney event, Disney 23, if I've got that right. And something that someone was waiting for, or a lot of people were waiting for, dropped, and everyone lost their shit. That's right. Kingdom Hearts 4 trailer was announced, and it states that it will be coming out in late 2027 on PlayStation 5, Xbox, Switch 2, and PC. And yet again, Square Enix have teamed up with Disney to bring this game. And people said, why has it taken so long? Because there was only a few years difference between Kingdom Hearts 1, Kingdom Hearts 2. And then there was like quite a long time, quite a long gap. But they've stated that Kingdom Hearts is actually a $1 billion franchise for Disney. It's one of 9 $1 billion franchises. That's how successful Kingdom Hearts is. So they were like, we'd be stupid not to deliver a 4th game. And they premiered it with the fact that it all started with the very successful film Coco. And I love that film. So they got into that world, which I think is great. And we got to see Donald and Goofy in that world as well, as among as loads of other characters from Toy Story and obviously Mickey Mouse. They showed us some really cool gameplay with Mickey Mouse where he was turning into a 2D piece of paper and running around and knocking things down. It looked good, I'm not going to lie. But we get it late 2027. So that is all our news stories up to date. Dave, how do you want to take your opinions on those?
Well, I haven't really got much of an opinion on the Kingdom Hearts. I've never played any of the previous ones, and
fair enough.
I think there's probably too many games in that series for me to even think about getting into before the 4th one comes out. So I will probably completely skip it. But yeah, for everyone who loves it, yay! 4th game's coming out. Hopefully it will turn out to be good. For the bit of Christopher Judge about the games to TV shows, I mean, I don't suppose probably any of the TV shows that have really brought writers from the games over, because those writers are employed by the game studios to probably work on whatever is coming next.
Yeah.
So they would be able to like release and to go and work on it. But yeah, I think for any writers who are working on the TV show version, there probably just need to be some sort of time spent with the original like studio that made the game. So get the proper sort of feel for the game, see what kind of went into it, learn some more of the lore so you can like get all that into the TV show. Because I mean, even though like the Fallout series is a really good series, I don't think Bethesda had a huge input in that from what I've read. But that's turned out really well. That is a very good version of it.
I think that's doing its own thing though with the Fallout TV show, I'd say. Whereas
which works sometimes. I mean, you could say the Halo TV show was doing its own thing. That was fucking terrible. So it's a hard one to know how it's going to work. I mean, you could get writers on either side who do spend a lot of time with the game, but then what they come out with doesn't turn out that good all the time. As I say, Halo is a very good example of it not turning out well. They really did a very poor job with that. But then you take Fallout, very good job's been done with that. Still enjoying that.
Yeah,
still watching through season 2 at the moment. Look forward to some more of that.
Yeah. Which we'll probably get next year because it seems to be every 2 years we get Fallout. So
doesn't take a while to make some of these shows, unfortunately.
Yeah. But there you go. Oh yeah. Also, it was announced yesterday, I believe, that famous actress Hayden Panettiere, who obviously did one of the voice for Kingdom Hearts and was well known for being in Heroes, Nashville, was in 2 of the Scream films. She passed away at age 36.
Very sad.
Unfortunately. Yeah, it's sad. So, which makes you realise that if she was only 36 then, a lot of people in my Discord said we thought she was older. Like I thought she was over 40, but she must have been that young when she was in Heroes, which is amazing when you think about it. So yeah, she's really young. So it's really sad to see that happened after the big announcement of Kingdom Hearts 4. So there you go. Let's move on to our last 4 games of the night, and then we're going to check out the retail charts from the last 3 weeks. So moving on, we're going to get another one where you just get a bit of a information. You don't have to guess the scores on this one. The first one being literally weeks after college football. Literally last Thursday, we got Madden NFL 27 on PS5, PC, Switch 2, and Xbox Series X and S. This is 60 quid on Steam, 70 quid on Xbox, but you get it for 63 if you've got EA Play, 70 quid on PlayStation, and 70 quid on Switch. And I'm like, holy shit. And this only comes out weeks after college football. There used to be a gap, but we literally only just got college football. And now this. Same shit, expensive price. Bloody hell. Oh, American FIFA. Sorry, still in another country. So saying good night at late here. Night, everyone. My guess is 7 for the rest of the games. Well, we'll see. Thank you very much, Chloe. Enjoy the rest of your holiday. Dave, tell us a little bit more about Madden 27 before we unrail the score.
Oh, not much to say with this. It's just another yearly update. It'll be incremental updates to the actual game, bit of improvements to the AI here, changes to some of the modes, no doubt, and probably more monetization in there because since they're getting sold to, was it the Saudis? They've got a 20 billion debt they've got to pay off, so they're going to start monetizing more, I reckon.
Yeah,
probably start in this.
Yeah. Well, ironically, the reviews have been pretty good for this one. Last year, it didn't fare very well. College football fared a lot better than Madden. This has done all right. The average scores for this one are 8. So maybe they've done enough changes for the American football fans to make this decent. But we'll see. But yeah, this was averaging at an 8, believe it or not. But I think it's fucking expensive. I'm not going to lie. It's really, really expensive, that one.
Oh, yeah. I bet it's more for like deluxe or ultimate editions nowadays.
Yeah. So there you go. Our next game, we've already had a game that does a callback to GoldenEye. Now, recently, we got the new Star Fox. I'm certainly going to say this game takes the biscuit because this came out on Thursday the 13th on PC, PS5, Xbox Series X and S, and Switch. And I'm not sure how they got away with this. I'm not going to lie. But this is Wild Blue Skies. Let's have a look at the trailer for this.
Let's clear out the tunnel. Nice going, Bowie. Grimclaw's forces have reached our shores. Protect our homes, Blue Bombers.
Now this is more like it.
Grimclaw has eyes all over those seas. Be careful.
Focus on your own targets, Bowie. There's no stopping us. You're cool, we're not through yet.
Watch your fire, Bowie.
Hey, what's this button do?
It's the glowing bit, Bowie.
Dodge the mines.
Blue Bombers checking in. Let's protect the temple. Eyes open, team.
You can't hide from me.
Locked and loaded.
You want a piece of me?
All bombers are go. Let's send Grimclaw packing.
You will not stop me this time.
PlayStation.
I mean, if that's not ripping off Star Fox, I don't know what is. And the fact that you've nearly almost got the same sort of animals, I'm like, Jesus Christ. But Dave, tell us more about this.
Yeah, it's legally distinct Star Fox, this one. The main character is a dog, not a fox. So it's completely different. Can't get sued. But as you say, it is pretty much a clone, really. I think some of the people that are making it probably did make the original Star Fox games. So the gameplay is basically the same. If you played the recent Star Fox, it is that it's on rails shooter. I think it's occasionally goes into like some more open zone areas, again like Star Fox, so you just fly around a bit more. And it's got multiple routes for the levels. So whilst you could just follow the main route, which is more easy setting, there's things you can do to go to like different zones to have a harder route to fly through. But that is it, really. It is the same type of game as Star Fox. It's not trying to do anything different for that style of game. It's sticking to the template, what worked, and just making it just different enough that Nintendo probably won't come after them. Graphic-wise, it looks all right. It's gone for a bit more of a, I suppose, Saturday morning cartoon look to it with the graphical style. But yeah, it just looks okay. Doesn't look amazing. But I guess for anyone who enjoys Star Fox, looking for something else, this isn't exactly overpriced. It was about £14-15 across most platforms. Look, yeah, for that price, probably not too bad. Probably get some fun out of it.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's see what people are saying scores-wise. I forgot to say, this is 14 quid on Steam, Xbox, and PlayStation, and 15 quid on Switch. So there you go. Thank you, Kindred. This is 6 from Brian, 6 from Kindred, 6.5 from Hannah. Danka says a 7. Flame says a 7. Get your scores in now. This is Wild Blue Skies, which came out last Thursday on PC, PS5, Xbox Series X and S, and Switch. Scars Are Stars saying a 7. Dave, what you reckon on this one?
I'm going to try a safe 7 for it.
Safe 7 for it. Any more, folks? Any more? Let us know. If not, I can tell you this. iCar saying 5.5. Well, he's right. This got 5.5 on average. This got pretty slated. I don't know whether they basically said it's a very... I haven't watched all the reviews yet, but reading some of them, they're basically saying it's just a very poor knockoff of Star Fox. I don't know whether that's just animosity and people hating on it, or whether it just doesn't play as well as Star Fox. So there you go. 5.5. iQuail, you got it right. Geez, and I thought 6 was low. Yeah, maybe I don't need this now, says Scars Are Stars. So there you go. Can someone give iQuail a shout out, please? He was the only one to get it right. So there you go. Our final game that we're only giving a quick mention to, we'll bring this up on screen. This came out last Thursday as well on PC. This is Servant of the Lake. Dave, tell us a little bit more about this one, please.
Yes, this is a point-and-click adventure from the Rusty Lake devs. I think are getting fairly well known for point-and-click adventures. I think all their previous ones have been pretty well liked. And apparently this one's meant to be pretty decent as well. So I think in this one you're working for a particular family, and you got some daily tasks to do, but also a mystery to solve about what's going on in the household. Certainly sounds interesting. I keep hearing good things about, say, the devs' previous games. So I might consider having a look at this one at some point, because I used to love point-and-click adventure games way back when.
Yeah. Dank says, oh, yeah, I've heard of them. Well, this is normally 8 quid, but it's down to 6 quid, and it averaging 8.5.
Awesome.
So, yeah, go check it out. It's got really good reviews. It's ironic that the games that we've only done snapshots of generally have got better reviews than the ones that we've done the full thing for this week. But there you go. There you go. It's funny how it pans out. If we had done a show last week, all these games would have been featured properly. But there you go. And that's that one. Love these sort of games, point and click games. They are very good. But yeah, so there you go. That's all of those. So let's get on to our final main game of the evening, but certainly not the end of the show. So this came out on Friday on PS5, PC, and Xbox Series X and S. That photo was giving Oregon Trail vibes. Big style. Last year, we got the 4th Mafia game. I enjoyed it, but as I said, it was quite average. And we now, literally, 1 year later, get the first DLC. I don't know if there are any more DLCs, but this does tie to the original Mafia game. And this is Mafia the Old Country Man of Honor DLC. Let's have a look at this.
I can forgive a man for being stupid.
Where is he?
Or for being weak. Salieri. But I cannot forgive a man for stealing from me. I'm asking to take back what's mine. Do your jobs, and we'll be in and out.
I'll take care of it.
If we stay, we all die.
Put these rats in the ground.
Here we go.
I know some opportunities here in the valley, but I need your help. Do that for me, and I'll make it worth your while.
So there you go. You can also get all 4 games in the collection now, which is quite good. This is not too bad. This is priced £9 on Steam and Xbox and PlayStation 5 price-wise. So, I mean, you pretty much saw it there. Dave, it says you get 2 new chapters, plus they're adding a load of little missions to the map and stuff, aren't they?
Yeah, that's right. So the way this works, if you've never played the game before, you start from the beginning, this will fit in storyline wise. I think after like chapter 5, I believe.
About halfway
so
through.
then it'll just like flow as part of the main story. Whereas if you've already completed the main game like I have, I think you can just select these new chapters straight from the main menu. So you haven't got to play through the game again to get to them. And in this one, you're meeting the character Ennio Salieri, who if you played the first Mafia game, you'll recognise him because he's one of the main antagonists in that game. That your character works for. But in this one, he's just been released from prison and he's out for revenge, trying to sort of get back what he believes has been taken from him. So your character Enzo, in this game, is going to doing some jobs for him to try and help him get his revenge. And then as well as those extra chapters, they're also fleshing out the free roam mode, which is pretty bare bones when the game came out. Stuff all in there, but I think they have added some stuff in, up to now. But this is adding quite a lot more stuff to it. So Salieri will feature in the free roam mode as well, and he'll give you various like jobs and stuff to do. I think there's like races, probably other side stories to go and do, characters to go and kill and capture, stuff like that. So it gives you a bit more to do in that mode. Considering the price, it's not too bad. I should say £1 for all that stuff. What you're going to get. I think it's like, I don't know if you like your guns and outfits and stuff like that in there as well. So it looks pretty decent. So I'd say if you never played the game before, now's probably a good time to jump in because you've got it's like the story.
I'd actually say the game is probably now better because of it. It feels like it's what the game should have been.
Yeah, it's one of those games I kind of wish I'd waited and was playing it now, because you can't help but feel that the fact that these 2 chapters fit into the main story right slap bang in the middle, this is something that was like pulled out to be saved. So I feel like I've played a bit of an incomplete story now. Back at it. So it's always a bit of a pain when they do that.
Yeah.
Still, I'll say if you've never played it before, good time to jump in and play because it was a good game.
It was a good game.
Nothing
special, but it was decent.
But just decent,
yeah. But I probably won't stream this, but if I get a chance, I will probably get this and I will probably play this off stream, and I like it. Apparently, no further story DLCs have been announced by 2K Games or Hangar 13, so this is probably the only DLC we're getting for this. Whereas I'm going to say with the Doom DLC that came out a couple of weeks ago, I have finished that. That leaves more stuff open. It feels like there might be another one coming. And I have to say that did make up for how mediocre that game was. So this might do the same thing in the same way. They actually boost the game up overall. So we'll see. Let's see what people are saying scores-wise. Big Fuzzy Axe saying 7.5. Danker 8. Brian 7. 7 says Kindred, I'll buy it. Obs 8. Flame 8. Skarzar Stars 7.5. M 7.5. Odie, good evening. She says 9. Go big or go home. I love it, says Obs. Hannah says 7. Rotmew saying 8. Hannah said, I dropped my phone, hence why you got that. But there you go. Dave, what say you on this one?
Try a 7.5.
Okay, go for a 7.5. Folks, this is your last game that you can vote on, but it's not the end of the show just yet. This is Mafia the Old Country DLC Man of Honor, which came out on Friday on PS5, PC, and Xbox Series X and S. And if there are no more scores in the chat, I can tell you that this got 7.5. Well done, Dave. You got this right. We will come back to you in a minute for your next third shout out of the evening. Who said 7.5? Ems, congratulations. You got it right. Scars Are Stars. You got it right as well. Big Fuzzy Yak. You got it right as well. Please do go follow all these people that are getting shout outs. So spend the time to come and watch this show every week when we're on, because we weren't on last week. But please do go give them a follow back. It's greatly appreciated. So congratulations to all of you. That is amazing. And Dave, your third and final shout out.
Did you say there's some more options you can do tonight?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shall we go with a new option then?
I'll go with a new option, and this is going to be. Trust me, this is going to be worth it. All right.
Okay.
So I'm going to do walk on from the side.
Mm-hmm.
But this is a whole new thing. All right. So here we go. And it's not the duck. Just so you know, it's not the James Bond duck. Right. Are you ready?
I am, mate.
Okay. Question though, Dave. What's better than one Bob Ross?
Ooh, gotta be two.
Yeah. Dave! Welcome, Mini Bob Ross.
Even smaller.
Even smaller. And he's got his Timeless t-shirt on. And then you got this one with the Mag t-shirt on. So there you go. Blue Knight, bless him, who made this and gave this one to me 2 years ago at Timeless, made this one for me as well. So now we have the two. So now we're getting a family. How cool is that? So there you go. Well done, Dave, for getting a shout out. JL, good evening. Good to see you. So there you go. Who got the most right? Get your scores in. Hannah said she got 2 out of the 8 right. Obviously, we did do 16 games tonight, but obviously we did it in different ways. Just as long as Mag isn't reproducing. Wouldn't you like to know? Big Fuzzy Hat says, 0. Oh, bless you, Rock Muse. I got 4 or 5 out of 8. I got 4 or 5 out of 8. You can't remember. Fair enough. M for McDonald's. Now, that would be a sponsor. I'm loving it. Only 2 right this evening. Danker says only 2. Scarsar Star says 2. Daxtron, he says, I got 0, but that's because I just showed up. That's fair. That is fair. Dave got 3. Anyone else? Shout out how many you got right. Odie says, I prefer Burger King. Oh, well, maybe we'll go for them for a sponsor. Who knows? Dave could be the Burger King and I'll be the weird clown that chases people. Yes, there you go. I think it was 4 out of 8. That's a decent score. 4 out of 8. There you go. Now, as this is a recap show, we're going to recap 3 weeks of UK retail charts. And as I said, this was massively, massively interesting because you'll see where we are. Now, when we did the PlayStation charts, the number 1 game in the PlayStation charts was Halo Campaign Evolved. And obviously, we talked about that on the show 2 weeks ago. So let's have a look what happened. So these are the charts from the 3rd of August. So at number 10, going up 2 places, we had Hogwarts Legacy. At 9, going down 2 places, we had 007 First Light. At 8, a non-mover for Mario Kart World. At 7, down 3 places, we had Mortal Kombat 11. Up 11 places back into the chart was Resident Evil Requiem at number 6. Up 1 place at number 5 was Pokemon Pokepia. At number 4, down 1 place was Tomodachi Life Living the Dream. A previous number 1 at number 3 was Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced, down 1 place. And the week before's number 1, down 1 place was Splatoon Raiders at number 2. And the new entry on the 3rd was Halo Campaign Evolved. Also, the only other new entry to enter the chart was Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition on Switch 2, which got to number 16. So at number 1, the only new entry that week was Halo Campaign Evolved, and we saw Hogwarts Legacy go back into chart and Resident Evil Requiem. Let's see what happened 1 week later. Because on the 11th, at number 10, going back up 5 places, was EA Sports FC 26. Down 1 place at number 9 was Mario Kart World. Splatoon Raiders dropped 6 places at number 8. Up 2 places was 007 First Light. Brand new entry we talked about tonight at number 6 was Marvel Token Fighting Souls. At number 5, also a new entry and we talked about tonight was Beast of Reincarnation. Going nowhere at number 4 was Tomodachi Life Living the Dream. Number 3, up 2 places with Pokemon Pokepia. Number 2, going up 1 place was Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced. And storming back into the number 1 place, up 5 places, was Resident Evil Requiem. And no other new games charted. So Halo was straight out the top 10 after 1 week. We got Beast of Reincarnation coming at number 5. We got Marvel Token Fighting Souls at number 6. And out of nowhere, Resident Evil Requiem ended up being the number 1 game. But what happened yesterday? Because this gets even crazier. Let's have a look. Because at number 10, up 8 places, was Elden Ring. Down 1 place, but hanging in there at number 9 is Splatoon Raiders. Up 13 places was Tekken 8 at 8. Another game we talked about tonight, well, Hell Let Loose Vietnam was a new entry at 7. 007 First Light creeping back up at 1 place at number 6. Down 3 places was Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced. At 4, going up 5 places was Mario Kart World. Tomodachi Life Living the Dream went up 1 place. At number 2, Pokemon Pokepia went up 1 place. And at number 1, The Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion Remastered re-entered the charts. And we did have another new entry in the charts, and that was Madden NFL 27, which got to number 22. So, Resident Evil Requiem re-entered the charts, went to number 1, and went straight back out again. The brand new entries of Beast of Reincarnation and Marvel Token Fighting Souls went straight out the top 10 within 1 week. We got brand new re-entries with Elden Ring, Tekken 8, brand new game with Hell Let Loose entering the charts. And then crazily, some games creep back up the charts. Like 007 looked like it was on its way out. It's creeping back up the charts. Splatoon Raiders still hanging in there. Mario Kart creeping back up the charts. And nothing seems to be affecting Tomodachi Life or Pokemon Pokepia. But crazily, Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion Remastered, which we did talk about, and that's not just the Switch 2 version. The Switch 2 version helped gave a boost to all the console versions and therefore made it this week's number 1 game in the retails chart. So it has had a bit of a boost generally. So there you go. Thoughts on that, Dave? Because as I said, it was a crazy 3 weeks. And typically we cover this every week and not much seems to change. But after looking at it over 3 weeks, you're like, what the hell was going on there?
Yeah, it's interesting to see some of the older things suddenly reappear, especially like you say Resident Evil. Requiem popped back in, they went straight back to number 1.
Yeah.
And yeah, stuff like Tekken 8 reappearing in there as well.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's any like sales on that might have helped boost some of those gains back up. But yeah, I mean, a bit of a shame to see like Halo just suddenly come and go.
Yes.
Straight in there at number 1 and then nothing after that.
No.
Bit of a shame. Probably could have done with a good multiplayer mode to keep people's interest in that one.
I think that's the biggest complaint.
Yeah.
And I know
I'd say so.
I know Dave Housen, who's a massive Halo fan, has completed it and finished, and he said he thought it was disappointing. So maybe I think that's the thing. Maybe for PlayStation players, it was great. Maybe for everyone else that already played it, not so good. I didn't mind it. I gave it a fair shout. I thought it was all right. You know, it was all right. I'm not going to shout out about it. And you had your concerns about it as well when we talked about on the show 2 weeks ago, saying this.
Yeah. I still having fun playing it in co-op though, but whether I'll spend much more time, going back to single player wise, I don't know. But I'll definitely get some more co-op play out of it over the next few years. No question, because it is still a good game.
Yeah,
could have been more. I would have thought. I would say, but I don't know. I think as I say, it needed a multiplayer mode to keep people's interest long term.
Yeah, but there you go. But well done to Elder Scrolls for getting back in on the top spot. I'm glad 007's hanging in there. Splatoon Raiders again. Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced hanging in there. I won't be surprised if we see Resident Evil shoot back in again. It seems last couple of weeks it's been in and out of the charts quite a few weeks. So we'll have to see. I think next week we will probably look at maybe the Xbox charts next week, but I'll also keep an eye on how this goes. And Madden NFL didn't really fare too well, 22 into the charts, but it's obviously that's the UK. Not so many people that excited about, American
we're not
football.
quite as fussed as the Americans about that, are we?
So there you go. Folks, that's it. That's our show. As Kindred has said, all 16 games that we talked about tonight, the scores have been added to the Discord and all the prices and everything. So if you want more information, it's all there. Thank you for doing that, Kindred. If you want to join the Discord, exclamation Discord for that. To join. Tomorrow night, we are playing Big Walk. If you would like to join in, it is free on PS Plus, or you can buy it on PC or Switch 2. So please feel free to join us. That is going to be at 8:30 tomorrow. Thursday, I have had one of the brand new indie games confirmed. I've got sponsored games that I'm playing Thursday. One of them, the contracts have been signed. I'm just waiting for the second one. So we're either going to be covering 1 or 2 games on Thursday night. I will explain more in the Discord tomorrow. Saturday, I'll be doing my big 24-hour stream for charity for British Red Cross. That starts at 9 p.m. on Saturday, and I'll be streaming from 9 p.m. through to 9 p.m. Sunday. We're going to have quiz shows. We're going to have games that people can play and join in, things like Jackbox, Words on Stream, Stream Racer, Marbles on Steam, etc. All that sort of fun stuff to raise money for charity. Again, thank you to everyone that got involved with the Just Dance stream that I did. We raised over $400, which was amazing. I did 4.5 hours of Just Dance the day before I went to Bloodstock, and I still survived. So thank you to everyone for that. And also, one last thing I want to say is, some of you may remember that I was supposed to do a partner stream for EWC, the Esports World Championships, and Twitch kind of fucked it because they got the timings wrong, and therefore we missed the opening ceremony, and I was supposed to get paid for it. They did pay me some money for it. They've come back to me, and they've come back to a few partners, and I am going to get to cover for a little bit of time on Saturday. Unfortunately, not part of my 24-hour stream, so I'm going to have to do it in the daytime, and I will let people know times. I am going to be able to stream a bit of the Fortnite World Cup, so you're going to get to see the big Fortnite finals, and it's a sponsored stream. So please do tune in for that, because the more people I've got watching it, the more they pay me. I'm not going to lie. So the more people watch it, the more I get paid. I will let you know times and that. I don't want to do it too close to the 24-hour stream, but I will find a time that suits, and hopefully people can tune in. And then, at least that way, I'm going to get paid the full amount that I should have got paid in the first place for them fucking it up. So there you go. We're going to go do a raid. Thank you so much for everyone being here. Thank you to Dave for being the co-host that knows the most, as always.
Always a pleasure, mate.
Next week's show, we will keep you up to date. We should be on at 9 o'clock with our special guest, Carlton, who is a fantastic Twitch partner and streamer from Wales. He also is one of the team that runs Twitch Cardiff. However, it is opening night live of Gamescom. I have already been commissioned to stream the future game shows on the Wednesday and the Sunday for Gamescom. I've not officially been told if I'm doing opening night live yet. If I am, I will do that stream first. Then we will jump on this, and hopefully this will be 9 o'clock or maybe 9:30, and we will do a slightly reduced show, and we will let you know, like we'll drop 2 games. Maybe we'll do it like we did this week and just give them a mention and, just do it that way. But I'll let you guys know what we're doing. I'll let Dave know as well, because it's a bit up in the air. If I don't get the official co-stream, I probably will just not stream it and maybe just chunk it in with the future game show stuff on the Wednesday. So we'll see. So we'll keep you updated on that. Let's go. Future game show will be good. I hope so. I hope so. I'm not holding my breath for the live from Gamescom, though, because we all know it'll be fucking pre-recorded, as they always do. And then on the Sunday, they are doing best of Gamescom. I tell you, yeah, the live from Gamescom is JL. It's so fucking naff. You and me know about that. We it's shocking. I don't know why they don't do a live show. Just seeing who we can raid. I think we're going to raid. I know who we're going to raid instantly. We're going to raid the wonderful Professor Stork. She is streaming. Oh, I don't know this. Harmony. It's a new demo, and she's trying out some indie games. So let's go raid Professor Stork. So let's do this. Oh, she's not got her glasses on. No, she has her glasses on, doesn't she? So let's have a look at this. Let's go do this. Thank you so much, everyone. That raid will start when the end credits have rolled. And all that leaves for me to say is, wherever you are in the world, have a great morning, great afternoon, great evening. And we shall see you tomorrow at 8:30 for the big walk. As I say, if you've got the game, please do feel to join in. It's going to be a bit of chaotic fun. Thank you so much, everyone, from both Dave and me. Good night. Take care.
Good night.
See ya. I've got to press the button. Sorry. Bye.